and welcome to Grammy Goose's Farm, where life is an ongoing work of art, and there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Today, I have a very special guest. Her name is Lennox, and I'd like to introduce her to you.
Hi everybody, I'm Lennox. I'm a really good friend of Carrie. Today I'm going to be here to help Carrie and learn the routine of the geese and the ducks.
It's really important that you have good, trusted friends to take care of your bird farm in case you get sick or go on vacation. And we're getting ready to go on vacation in a week, so I've hired Lennox to take care of the farm. So let's go see the routine. So the first thing we want to do, good morning everybody,
Good morning!
is go and turn on the water. And I have the end of the hose in the big pool so that as it flows in, it'll fill the pool while we change out the other smaller pools. Okay, go ahead and open the gate. All right. Okay. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to dump out all 3 pools and then refill them, okay? Go ahead and just leave that flowing.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll get some of the algae out while we're changing out the other pools.
I'm going to just let them out.
Yep. Release the Quackens! Hey everybody, this is Lennox. Come on out. No need to be afraid. She's just here to help. It's okay, Frank. It's okay, Frank. She's just changing your water. He's not sure about this. It's okay, Frank. Come on out. Come on out, Frank. There you go. There, you're safe. You're safe, buddy. Okay. And come on out, ducks. There you go. Straight to the not water. Okay, now we'll fill up the water. While Lennox is filling up their water, I'll talk to you about this pool. So you see over here, Frank figured out how to unplug these little plugs and he let the air out. And so then they all figured out how to get into the pool, which was great, except for they were getting their little feet sliding down into that little crack. So I put a rug over the top, and it occurs to me that once they figure out how to get in and out using the rug, we could probably reinflate the second or maybe even the third level, and then they could just go up the carpet into the water. So we'll play with that a little bit when we get back from vacation and see what happens. So I'm going to start another series called Life is a Work of Art, and it's going to include our vacation to Biloxi, Mississippi, and also to New Orleans. So you can stay tuned for that if you like. That will be for all ages. As you can see here, Donald now has his curly feather in the back. See on the back of his, right there, you can see it. So now we can tell which one is the male and which one is the female, because she does not have a curly feather in the back. So as you can see, I took down the mesh that was on the underside of this mesh tent that Frank decided to tear apart. And I just left the canopy for shade so they can have shade here in the concrete. And I think that's working pretty well. It'll also be a nice place for Lennox to sit when she comes out to take care of the birds. And as you can see over there, I put up a new mesh tent in which to put my hot tub in. So everything's working out pretty good. In addition, I've been continuing to put grass seed and sunflower seeds and various other kinds of seeds out for the birds to eat, and also for them to sprout and make microgreens for the geese to eat. And that has been supplementing them pretty well. So Lennox, do you want to give them a little bit of background on you and what you're about and your experience with animals?
Well, since I can remember, I've always been around animals. My grandparents have had a farm since my mom was a kid. And they have cows, chickens, pigs, dogs, cats. They used to have ducks for a little while. And they had horses at one point.
Okay.
But I love animals, and especially ducks and geese, even if they try to rush at me. Animals has just really always been my one thing.
Yeah.
It's just always kind of a calm place for me is around animals.
Yeah, I feel that way too. They make me feel peaceful.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's almost like their gentleness most times, it rubs off on you.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead.
But my grandfather always said that if the water isn't running over, that it's not full.
That's right, and I feel that same way too. I want to make sure that they get enough water so that they can both drink and swim in it. And that brings me to another point. I meant to show you the sediment on the bottom of the pool. Every single day, and you took a look at it, so you know how thick it is. Every single day, they create a lot of sediment in the bottom, and they get their water very muddy because, as I said before, the way that ducks eat is they take a bite of dirt where a bug is, they sift the dirt out, and then they eat the bug. It creates a whole lot of dirt in the pool. So if you don't change it every day, then, just within one day, they've got a lot. And the dirtier it gets, the more you risk them getting sick from drinking dirty water. So it's super, super important that they get their water changed out every day. And that reinforces the need to have someone take care of your birds for you. You can't just leave old water,
Right.
For several days. It has to be changed out every day.
In my opinion, if you wouldn't give your kid dirty water, you shouldn't give your animal dirty water.
Exactly. And another thing that I've been seeing from other duck farmers, and this is what concerned me, is they were talking about how much smell it creates, and not to give them water to swim in, but only give them water to drink in a little bucket where they can't get their body in it. But you can see that for ducks, their most favorite thing in the world is water. They want to spend their whole life. Okay, Frank, what do you have to say? Yeah, you like water too, but not as much as the ducks.
He says, I beg to differ.
Oh, okay, we understand. You like water a lot, but I think you like grass better than water. Can we agree on that? Okay. But for the ducks, water is their number one. Whoa, hello, Judah. Judah's favorite thing is the ducks and duck food. That's why we have to leave a little bit of duck food out for him every day, or he gets in their buckets and eats their food. But yeah, so I just feel like it would be cruel to not give ducks water to play in, because that's their favorite thing to do. That's the whole reason they live. They just love the water, and so I give them plenty of water to play in. And I don't notice that they make any worse mess. They make it muddy, but the muddier it is, the better they like it. And I don't mind the mud. I just wear my muck boots, and I don't notice the smell. It's actually a really mild smell to me. It is not as bad as chickens or pigs or cows.
In my opinion, are worse than ducks and geese.
Yeah.
They just make a rancid smell. Geese and ducks really just don't make that bad of a smell. And in my opinion, especially like their feet and stuff, I like the smell of their feet.
Yeah, I actually do
People
too.
complain about the smell of geese feet, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. But, and my thinking is, if it's that offensive to you, maybe you want to raise something else. Maybe if chickens aren't as offensive, maybe you want to raise chickens instead or something like that. If duck smell and duck mess is offensive to you, well, maybe you shouldn't raise ducks.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not your thing. But I feel like you know, every day in a duck's life should be the best day of his life until, you know, until the one day when he's not on this planet anymore. I mean, I feel like we at least owe that to him, you know. If we're gonna keep them as pets, we should give them the best life that we can. So, you know, they give us a lot back. Unlike cats and dogs, they actually give you food back. I mean, you feed them and they feed you. It's a wonderful symbiotic relationship.
Alrighty.
Okay. So, after we replace the water in the pools, then we need to spray down all the duck and goose poop off of the concrete and then spray it down onto the seeds that we have planted there, and then water that area a little bit. And then we want to spray down the enclosure a little bit to help with the smell and also to cool it down a little bit for them. So we'll go ahead and do that. For those of you that don't know, duck eggs are more nutritious than chicken eggs, and ducks actually lay more eggs per year than chickens. And in my opinion, duck eggs are more flavorful than chicken eggs. Okay, once we get the concrete sprayed down and we get all of the seeds watered. Oh, and I just realized we forgot to go and get a bowl of seed to throw down. Well, we can throw it down on top. We'll go ahead and spray the inside of this canopy and the outside on top of this canopy. And that's to make it a little cooler in the shade for Frank and his friends. That's right, Frankie, for you and your buddies. Hey there, Frankie Blue Eyes. Hey there. And it will make it cooler, and they'll have some nice drippings of water. And then we will also spray down their enclosure to make it nice and cool. And we'll give them some fresh food in their little buckets. And then, like I said before, we'll get some seed and just throw it down so they have fresh seed and fresh sprouts. And that's basically the whole routine. Yes, you bet. So, and as I was just telling Lennox, you see these grass sprouts? These grass sprouts come up, and then the geese eat them, and then I throw down more seed the next day, and then more sprouts come up. So it makes a continuous microgreen situation. There's also some shoots of some, well, hello, Frank. Hello, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi. There's also some shoots of some sunflower seeds, and other seeds. So it makes for good nutrients for Frankie Blue Eyes. So, Lennox was just saying, sounds like there's a bullfrog over there. Actually, that is the sound of a male duck. That's Donald. So you remember how I was telling you that female ducks quack? That's a quack. That's a female duck. And then that sound, that sounds like a bullfrog, that row, row, row. That's a male duck sound. So that's how you can tell, another way you can tell the difference between a male and female duck. See? That's the male duck sound. Yep. I'm wondering if I can get a close-up of Jack because his full colors are in right now and he's so pretty. The one with the big green head? Yeah. He's the male Roland. Okay. See if you can get a good close-up of him. He might run away though. Hey, dude.
There you are. That one with the green head. Can you see him? He's back there in the back. He's got full coloring already. He's gorgeous. Hey, little dude. There he is in the